Hello and welcome to another Brett Plays Flight and Review. And today we're taking out the Nord 3400 Norbarbe. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that correct, but the Nord 3400. This is a freeware aircraft that is currently available on Restoravia.fr. I will have a link in the description. It's a website that I've shown off many freeware aircraft that they've been developing, mostly of French origin. Actually, pretty much all of French origin. Now, the Nord Aviation N3400, as it says on the tail there, I have a quick read of what it is. Now, this is a loose translation from French, because the website's all in French. So, responding to the military program launched in 1957 for the construction in France of a two-seater observation and medical evacuation aircraft, this prototype of the 3400 made its first flight in January 1958. I'll come in nice and close and have a look at, you can see it's obviously an observation there with the window built that way. The guide high-wing monoplane and braced. Its coating is a mix of canvas and metal. The cockpit offers excellent visibility, and a large side door provides an easy entry for a stretcher. It has the same engine as the Nord 3202. It's actually quite well modelled for a freeware aircraft. Okay, so it doesn't go all the way back there, but for a freeware aircraft. It is a Ratier two-bladed propeller. It will be replaced in 1965, like that of its predecessor, by a variable pitch Hartzell three-bladed propeller. These were the plans. It's actually got the name on the propeller. Yep, it does. Very good. The plan to replace the Piper L21 and the Cessna L19. The first Nord 3400 was delivered to ALAT in July 1959. It was noisy, arrived too late, and would not have proved itself before the end of the war with Algeria. Back in mainland France, would be like all other planes of the ALAT, a victim to the development of the helicopter. But obviously, a helicopter is going to be much better for a relief and spot. So, 150 examples were built between 59 and 61 and have been used by the ALAT and then the Gendarmerie because they were not very suitable for civilian jobs on the one hand, and on the other hand, too classic a design compared with the already established foreign competitors. It was deemed unsuitable for export. Well, let's go and have a look and see how it is inside. I'll go in here. Right, very good for a freeware aircraft. This is actually quite nice. First thing I will note, though, that your head seems to be behind the seat. So the initial position sits too far back. There is already some camera and glass clean mods, although I think the glass has been cleaned since version 1.2 is out, which is what I'm currently looking at. But the camera views could do with some work. Now, we do have opening windows, very nice. Decent framework built into this. We do have the door opens. It also opens the rear and lifts it up. If we look from outside again, you actually see the animation happen again. Very good. Pilots. Very similar. I think the guy behind's got more facial hair. Alright, at least he looks different. Can press this little thing here and we'll close it. Or again, this one here. There we go. And I think, yeah, you can actually anywhere along this this area. Now, I will show, we'll probably do it on the flight, but this lever here with a yellow and black on it, emergency door, it actually kicks this door out completely. You cannot get it back. You can't just like press it again and it comes back. At least the first few times I've tried it. So it basically kicks the door out and you fly without it after that. Alright, let's have a look and see what we have. So, fuel. We have right, left, all. Well, you know what? I'm going to go for all because it's going to make it easier. We're only doing a small flight. Now, we have probably move this over a little bit. Battery switch, navigation lights, fuel pump. We have our starter button. We can't use that at the moment because we need to turn this magnetos all the way to the left, and then having a look at the prop. Alright, we're started. Cool. If you press that without it, this goes from the far right over to the start, and then as soon as you let go, it comes back and turns off the engine. So if anybody's having any trouble starting that. We do have a interior telephone. That would be between the two guys, so they've got their headsets. That's cool. Does sound pretty cool. Alright, we also have a filling fuel pump. Pitot heat, we can actually put that on. I do notice these lights go black. So when you turn that off, they're red. Maybe they're not a light, maybe they're just an indicator. We do have our landing lights. Let's go out and have a look at that. Actually out further, so I only have one on the right wing. It's over here. At night, it does actually light up pretty good. I'm coming in for a landing. Alternator switch, can't actually open or close that, can't press anything. It does not appear to be anything there. Battery switch already done. This is our park brake, so press or release. You can use your controls if you still have them. Do have bypass filtering air. You can know that you can just press. So different air. I don't think I'm going to need those with this anyway. Carburetor one is over here. I think it is. No, this one here. What's the engine primer? I didn't need to do my engine primer. Actually, it says say carburation. Oh, carburation down there too. If you pull that out, it does actually stop it. Alright, we can turn on our comms. That is not adjustable. This is. Right, we can actually rollerball mouse that. We do have an engine fire suppression. I'm not going to do that in a moment. I think we'll end up killing it. Lights test. You can see all these things turn around. Let's make sure we don't press the fire suppression. Alright, there we go. I think that's actually everything you can press. Oh no, we've got our on-off for the air gyro compass. So you can go there. Also the air horizon. And for the virage. Somebody can write in the comments down below what a virage is. Because I don't speak French. So I don't know exactly what some of those things are. You can see my head's now gone behind here again. Too far back. Alright. Well, you know what? Let's go and have a look at the camera views. We have way out in the nose. Okay, we look left and look right. It actually stays there. Default comes back. No, hang on. There we go. Behind the seat. So they've not been set up properly. And back to default. And again, my head is now behind the seat. Alright. So, let's take this for a flight. Let's turn the park brake off. Now, it does take a little bit to get going. We might close that. You know what, we'll leave that one open for now. We have our nav lights on. No, I did miss them. Navigation lights, there we go. Got our greens, got our red. Very good. And you know what, I'm going to sit back there and again, it's put behind the seat. Alright. And like I said, there is, on FlightSim.to there is an update now for that to camera differences, I think. Alright, it turns really well. Not a lot of throttle needed. Get it moving. I do have my rudder and wheel set up for the rudder twist automatically anyway. What we'll do is we'll do a quick lap around the airport. It would also be good for short takeoff and landing, so 1 level of flaps, 2 levels of flap, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. And almost catch it as a brake. Now I have noticed that the flaps must not have a very strong hydraulic or cable on it, because you pick up a lot of speed, and I find that trying to land this, you do need to go quite slow for them to work, otherwise they push back up. So we'll give it a try on a takeoff. There are 4 liveries. There's the AKF, there's a, can't remember the other 3 letters, there's a blank one, and then there's also a blue, what looks like a French Navy blue livery. Alright, let's give this a try. Throttle up, push my nose down, get the tail, there we go. Tail in the air, more throttle. Okay, we're on full throttle now. And we seem to be blowing smoke. Now I've noticed that this is the same developer that made the yellow and blue plane that I've shown off recently. So look at the smoke we're pouring out. Now if I press L on the keyboard, turns my lights on, turns the lights off. So something is connected to the lights, or the light switch. Now we're blowing blue smoke. Right, so we will actually blow that smoke as we fly around. So I do have aircraft built into my sim that have smoke ability. I don't know whether it's conflicting, because I kind of took them out. I've been sitting on this one for probably a couple of weeks now, trying to work out what it is that's blowing the blue smoke. Might just be a conflict with mine. If you download this, come back and write then in the comments if you don't have any of that blue smoke, and then I at least know that it's conflicting with something that does. Alright, I'm on 50% throttle there. Bring the pop pitch down. You can see our RPM is actually quite high. It's quite easy to fly, as you would imagine. It's not very fast, but I would say for a observation aircraft and in VR, this would probably go down quite well. Not sure if my radio compass is working, or do I have to set that? Oops, that was my window. I don't hear anything different with that. No. Alright, but what we will do is we're going to drop our door over here at IKEA on their roof, and then we'll go and land. So what we do here is pull the release. Oh, door's gone. Oh, so's the other pilot. And now we are actually running without the door. Good for observation. I don't think we can press this to get it back. No. You can probably pull that release. Not in the air, you can't. Oh no, but you can do that. Well, there you go. Door opens. Let's go around the building here and land. And looking back, that's probably not a good... Okay, that's how we shut it. So we don't get our door back, but it is an emergency release. Again, this is a Freeware aircraft. I think they've done quite well. Cockpit looks good. Let's try slowing this right down and land here. Alright, flaps down. I must have slowed down enough. And again, let's go all the way. There we go. Decent suspension flex. That's actually pretty good. And now I'm throwing it around. Alright, let's take those flaps up. Brakes on. Yeah, very good. Can I do left or right brake? Okay, that's my right brake. Yeah. It works quite well. So the Nord 3400, I will put a link in the description. Honestly, I think they've done well, except that view where you put your head behind the cockpit. I don't know whether that's set up for VR. So if I go, yeah, we're back. Maybe it just allows you to see everything, except when you look down and you can actually see the back of the seat. Yeah, Nord 3400. Like, comment, subscribe, all the rest. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.